Season 2 of Hellbound premiered October 25th, 2024 on Netflix with a 6-episode premiere. All 6 episodes premiered at one time. Each episode ranged from 37 to 60 minutes long. And what a Season 2 it was. Season 2 takes place 8 years after the events of the first season. And we see that Jung Jin-soo has been resurrected. But the way this series is and the way the episodes are, it kind of goes back in time, explains everything, and then we see the current events of what's happening. Now, actor Kim Sung-cheol plays Jung Ji-soo in Season 2, replacing actor Yoo Ha-in from Season 1. Not only that, we see Min Ha-jin come back, the attorney who you may know from Season 1, who helped save the baby. And also we see Park Jung-ja come in as well, who's also resurrected. The basis of this is the New Truth, Arrowhead, and Sodo, who are trying to control a new world in a way after the events of the first season. We see that the character of Park Jung-ja is resurrected after the first public demonstration, and it's like, okay, what is the aspect and what is going on really? And the New Truth want to put her out to put out God's word, so to speak, in a way, and follow the new will of the way of the people. Arrowhead doesn't want to do that, and then Sodo kind of is doing their own thing because Min Ha-jin tries to figure everything out. She's the good one. She is still doing good deeds and everything. The aspect of this show is thriller, horror, and fun, crazy. It's very, very scary. When these executors, these hellbound priests, or whatever you want to call them, come up from the ground and grab you and take you, it's just mind-blowingly unnerving and crazy because you don't want that to happen to you. But I will say the budget for Season 2 was way higher than Season 1 because the camera angles, the shots, the dialogue, much more fluid, better, and fun to see. Especially in, I want to say, Season 2, or Episode 2 of Season 2, where we see a car chase scene, and the camera goes in and out of the cars, and it's just fantastic. And then when you see the executors come in, it's like they come up from this kind of portal through hell, they come out and they grab you, and it's like, wow. And even certain aspects of characters who have decrees are really there as well. There are undermining characters as well who play a big role in this, who are supporting, but then yet they move the story along. Each episode is focused on one character, but basically it's Jung Jin-soo. And the reason he is resurrected, he sees the executors every time he looks in the mirror. Behind him, around him, whatever you want to call it, they're there. And he wants to talk to Park Jung-ja because maybe she knows why he's seeing these things. After the entire escalation, and from episodes 4, 5, and 6 in Season 2, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Not only that, someone is pulling the strings of everything to get everyone against each other. And that is the secretary, who kind of has this ordeal where, well, if we put the Arrowhead against this, the New Truth and that, the Sodo, we can make sure things run smoothly. Well, okay, that evidently happens, and I don't want to give too much away in this Season 2 review because that's not how I work, but you will just have to see the aspect and craziness of Season 2. And remember the baby that Min Ha-jin saved at the end of Season 1 after we thought that when the parents got through the demonstration? Well, we know the baby survived. We see that little girl, you know, in a way where she's 5, 6 years old. She doesn't know anything, but they keep running tests on her. She's very cute, very well acted. It's so great to see. But then at the end, we get the real facts, what happened, how everything happened, and who really is the resurrected one, and why they're pushing forward everything. This was a fun Season 2, better than Season 1, and I will say, you think Jung Jin-soo is kind of still that powerful figure after Season 1, that cult leader. He's not. He's more so of a coward. He's scared, and something happens to him in this season, Season 2, where it's like, oh, wow. It's so crazy in your face. Not only that, we see Park Jung-ja's kind of powers where she sees someone die. She knows they're going to die. She just doesn't tell you when or where. So it's like, oh, okay, that's even crazier. If you haven't seen season 1, which came out in November of 2021, almost 3 years ago, check that out. It's really fun, really great. Each episode was written and directed by Yeon Sang-ho, who created the show. And with the big, I want to say, kind of the worldwide phenomenon of Korean shows on Netflix, this was, you know, a word of mouth thing, and it got people going. Will there be a season 3? I don't know. Just the way it ended, I think season 2 is it. You can't go any further with this. But if it's a fresh new story about what's going on, then great. Because at the end of it, oh my goodness, at the end of season 2, it was insane when everyone kind of got a decree. That's all I'm going to say. And it just like, okay, it's moving the story along. But then it's like, oh, there's kind of a nice happy ending to it in a way. It's very well acted, very well written, very well scripted. The action was really good, especially at the New Truth Society building that just takes place over, I want to say, 3 episodes, 4, 5, and 6. Absolutely fantastic. I had fun with this. I loved season 1. Season 2 was even better. And if we get a season 3, great. If we don't, perfect way to end it. For me, Hellbound Season 2 gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Hellbound Season 2. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the story, the action, the flow of it? Did you like that it was, once again, 6 episodes? Do you think it was too long of a wait between Season 1 and 2? Almost 3 years. And what do you think about Kim Sung-cheol in this season playing Jung Jin-soo, replacing actor Yoo Ha-in? And what was your favorite character? Who was your least favorite character? And do you think everything made sense? Or are you still confused? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next review video. 감사합니다.